Yes, this video I am making today is to talk about why some men feel so emotional. If you think that you are very emotional, you are the one I'm having this conversation with. And I want to make this clear. This conversation is meant for people from under age 18, from age 18, 17 to when you're about 35 and 40. Anyone above this age, I'm not talking to you. Now, you can use this particular wisdom that I'm going to be passing across to educate someone who is close to you. So you're also welcome in this conversation. Now, let us talk about guys from the age of 17. Why do you feel so emotional? Sometimes you feel like you overdo things. Sometimes you feel like you overreact. And when you feel that and maybe the girl is not going to respect me, maybe people in my society or people in my environment or in my community might not respect me because of my actions, because of the things that I do. And one way or the other, you are looking for a solution on how to control your emotions because you understand that you are too emotional. Now, first of all, you need to understand why you are emotional. Now, let me explain to you. From the age of whatever you're born till the age of when you get to 21, 25, you have what we call hormones inside of you, and this hormones begins to change as time to time. And that is why when from the age 2 to age 5, your hormones change. From age 5 to age 8, 10, your hormones change. When you become a teen, you begin to find yourself having erection, and testosterone begins to flow around you. And then because of your hormonal changes, and maybe you may call it, I don't want to call it hormonal imbalance because I'm not a doctor, but because of the changes in your hormone, you are definitely going to have what we call stress in your hormone, and sometimes you are going to overreact in real life when those changes are actually happening. Sometimes you won't know why you get angry. And when you have a parent or you have a father or a father figure who is not presently always in your life, now you are bound to make certain mistakes, and then you overreact because no one is giving you the guideline. The same thing if you don't have parent, then it becomes worse because the wrong people might be giving you certain information. You probably might be idolizing people you're not supposed to idolize, and that might increase the chances of you overreacting. Now, let me make this very clear. Whatever you do, you are going to be held responsible. Whatever action you take, you are going to be held responsible for it. But I understand psychologically, I understand emotionally, something is also driving you. And so when you're at the age of 25 and you think that you have grown, you have become a man, yes, you can get married, yes, you can impregnate a lady, yes, you can have a family, yes, you can do whatever you want to do. But that doesn't mean that you are fully matured. It doesn't mean you are fully matured as a man. You are not fully matured. Now, if it sounds disrespectful to you to say you are not fully matured, I want you to just bring down your ego a little bit and understand what I'm trying to tell you. So pressure, your hormones change, and society pressure, because people are expecting you to be this. People want you to be a man. People want you to be very successful. The society expects a lot from you, and these are the reasons why you are having the challenges of, and you become very emotional. So if you understand that your hormones are changing, even when you get to the age of 30, your testosterone level begins to drop down a little bit. I am not a doctor to tell you everything about it, but I can tell you, you can make more research on this particular subject I'm telling you about. So when your testosterone begins to come up a little bit, you become a little bit less aggressive. You will be aggressive or less aggressive. And if you have more testosterone in you when you're 30 because you're eating right, you're doing the right exercise, you're doing the right things, then the only difference is maturity might be able to take place. But one thing you need as a guy, a young boy coming up, you need to ask yourself, who are my role models? Who am I looking at? And what do I need to do so I can control my emotions, which are the things that I want to help you do today. First of all, you need to understand that testosterone causes mood swing. That means when your testosterone is going very high, then things may get you triggered easily. And I want you to understand that when you get angry and you actually want to take action, I want you to understand that there's something in your core that is actually going on. That is you, and that is not you at the same time. You are going to be held responsible for your actions. I want you to keep that in mind. That is very important, that you can be arrested. You might be sent to prison because of your wrong actions. And you can't be at the top because of your wrong actions. So what do you need to do because of your testosterone? What I need you to do is for you to find a father figure, find someone who you idolize, find someone you respect a lot, not because of what the society the way society view that person, but because you understand that this person is a symbol of success, this person is a symbol of prosperity, and this person is being idolized by every other person. And you see, following people like Jay-Z, P. Diddy, R. Kelly, you have seen these people from some of them, like the P. Diddy and the R. Kelly. You can see the slanders that has come around them. So I don't want you to see someone as your idol and think that is the all and all, but you have to build yourself and say, what can I be better off than this person, than who I see? Your idol shouldn't be what you worship. An idol should be something that you use in directing your own footstep, and then you become more better than that person. So I would say, do not have an idol, but you need to use an idol to mediate the things of your life. Then what do you need when you observe that you are very emotional, when you understand that you're becoming too emotional? First thing you need to do is you learn to have what we call open communication. Open communication is a coping skill. We understand that in today's world, when men speak up and they try to explain themselves to people, or people try to label them as he's too emotional, he talks about everything, he's not a man enough, and they would not understand what you're going through. But you need to learn to articulate your own words. You need to find a way to express yourself to people. Now, you have to know this first of all. You are not going to find it easier for people to understand where you are coming from. You're not going to find it easier for people to understand what you're saying. You know, people have to experience some things before they know exactly what you're going through. But one thing you have to do is this: while you speak to people and they don't understand you, you still need to know that for them not understanding you is probably because you have not communicated very well in the language that they would understand. Then the second one is you need to learn to be an active listener. Active listening. As a person, as a man, one of the things that makes you a good man is someone who pays attention to what is going on in your environment. You need to learn to be active in listening. When people talk to you, don't disrupt them. The moment you begin to listen, the more you begin to become knowledgeable, the more you begin to have understanding. And one thing you're doing psychologically is you're learning to be patient. When you learn to listen to people, you learn to be patient. And the more you are learning to be patient, you let people say what they want to say. The more they say what they want to say, the more it gives you more knowledge about those people. And before you know, you have the template of their life, or the way they think, or their psychology around you. And now you know how to navigate with those particular people for a good and better relationship. I think that is clear. The third one that I think is very important, very, very important, is that your stress hormones sometimes come up because you don't have what we call regular exercise. When I talk of regular exercise, as your hormones begin to grow and begins to change, as your hormones begins to change, you need something to counter that stress. And to counter the stress, you need what we call regular exercise. Regular exercise, you might go into boxing, you might go into jogging, you might go into running, you might find yourself, or maybe cycling, maybe bicycle. You need to do all these things, because the more you do it, when you get a little bit tired, then you can sleep. You would observe something that when your hormones are changing, you probably will sleep at night and you will not be able to sleep comfortably. Something is running through your mind every time. It's not basically because you have to think of something or something is actually troubling you, but it's because that stress wants you to do something. You have to be active. And to be active, you need regular exercise, and that will help you in your hormones. If you think what I've said is helpful today, I want you to give it a like, I want you to share it, and I want you to make a comment and subscribe to my channel. Do that. See you in my next video, where I'm going to share more on how you can handle your emotions. Adios, amigos.